All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Session 5 Sports Podcast, where we're all about helping athletes discover their greatest purpose after they're done playing sports. Listen, today's guest, you guys are really going to get a kick out of. This is one of my former high school teammates and friends, and he's doing a lot of great things. And we'll get into his intro later. Um, so without further ado, please welcome my brother, Mr. Deion Reynolds. Deion, what's going on, bro?
What's going on? I appreciate you having me. I really do appreciate, this platform and this time to really reflect and connect with you. I know it's been a while, so this is a good opportunity to just connect and, chop it up and progress.
Absolutely, man. Now I gotta start off with this, bro. Coach Prime,
Yeah, boy.
Colorado. Now it's funny. I remember back in the high school days when Deuce was playing up there, and I used to ask Raj and them like, "Hey, can y'all just bring me back some shorts?" Shorts. And who would have thought now? Them was 5'17". Man, what do you think about Coach Prime? And
Man, he doing his thing, bro. I went up there actually last week
okay,
for the game, the Nebraska game, and just the culture there. You felt it,
you
just
feel
stepping
it.
over there. You felt it. It's different, I used to go up there with Deuce. We went to a couple games. It would be fun, but the culture there, they had a different spark, man.
Yeah,
The way he influences people is just inspiring. Like, that's big thing is the way he's able to influence everybody, athletes, just the kids on campus. Everybody had a new, admiration for what was going on there. So it was good to feel that and feel his influence in a town that is kind of a contrast to what he's bringing.
right.
It's cool.
It's super dope, man. And I love it how he's doing something that's not only just inspiring like that city, but the
Mm.
whole nation really. I mean, let's be honest, everybody a fan at this point.
Yeah, yeah, you got it. Yeah, no, he's really doing his thing over there, and I was like, it's cool to see for real how he evolved in every facet of life, and even getting up to this point is really inspiring.
Yeah. And it's dope, man, too, because I'm a big believer in like seeing people's journey from when they were playing their sport. Dion played multiple sports and now he's coaching, making a big impact. And I feel like that's the same, with my story, with your story as well. I
Mm-hmm,
know you played for one of the top programs in California at Corona Centennial,
mm-hmm.
and now you're able to do a lot of powerful things in your industry in real estate. So talk to us a little bit about that experience of that athlete's mindset and how you're able to like, use it and take it to other things you're doing afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel, young in my real estate career. I have been able to find some success, but I think, what kind of led me to at least where I've been now is the perseverance, really embracing the failures that came with the journey. My career didn't just start in real estate. I had to go through accounting,
Mm,
multiple accounting jobs to really understand, oh, this is my passion in real estate, understand what's going into real estate. And just the journey has been able to really teach me a lot about who I am and what I want. And real estate provides an opportunity for me to really help people,
mm,
especially be a resource for people like me that didn't really have resources in the real estate realm, understanding how the process goes, even in investing or owning for their own family. So
yeah.
that's really something I wanted to do is provide value in that sort is in where a lot of communities that I'm used to lack. They lack the resources to even evolve and gain that opportunity to really have financial freedom.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
wow. There's so much you just said there, man. And I want to park there because financial freedom and even financial literacy and providing those resources, they're so needed, not only just for athletes, but for every person.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of us, we went to college, and then after college, we were not necessarily given, the tools or the resources or even the mindset to start to take on life as an adult. They call it adulting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fact.
So I know you didn't just get here and show up like on your own, right? There was probably people or circumstances or things that helped you to arrive where you're at now. So let's just kind of backtrack. So you were at Corona Centennial,
Yep,
then you went to San Diego State University,
correct.
and you graduated. What'd you get your degree in there?
In accounting there.
Okay,
So I got my accounting, and the reason I went to accounting, I didn't know much about business. I felt like I could figure stuff out. People said, you could make the most money, or accounting is the stablest kind of profession in business within any economy. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do this going into college. I'm gonna figure this out. Had no base knowledge of accounting, so it was a struggle. Like just even doing those classes, being around people that had some basic knowledge of accounting and business, I felt like I was behind. But it never deterred me from really reaching or understanding where I wanted to be in life. So I always felt a little bit behind, but it put a chip on my shoulder to work a little bit harder. So I think that kind of fueled me within, in college, at least in the college realm. And then going into college, I was fresh, with the Centin mentality, and I was still my boys just went to college, got their scholarship. So they were working, they were hungry too. So
yeah,
I'm in the same mindset, still applying to wake up at 6, work out, still using that because I know it's like if I fall off of that, everything else might fall off too. So I'm just like trying to stay focused within that, use whatever principles I had and tools I had, and just figure it out from there. And that's what I did in college, I felt like.
mm.
Mhm.
Now going from San Diego State and then going into your professional career, talk to me about some of the challenges that you might have faced and like how did you overcome some of those challenges to get to where you are now?
Yeah, definitely. It was a challenge. So coming out of San Diego State, I went and got my CPA license, which is a
Okay.
certified public accountant, which is a tough, certification to get. It's 4 hard, rigorous tests, and that was a struggle within a zone. So I, got a corporate job at an accounting firm. Out of college, just tried to figure that out, get some money. You could go out of college broke, so you just trying to find a job, get money.
You trying to eat, right?
But I couldn't really, yeah, exactly. But I couldn't find a fit. Like it
Hmm.
wasn't really that corporate environment wasn't really a fit where I felt like I could bring value. And that was something now that I look back at it is I always was just trying to bring value as much as I can. And in those corporate environments, you could feel like such a small piece of the whole puzzle where it's hard to feel fulfilled and feel like you're bringing value on a day-to-day basis.
Mm,
So I felt like maybe my fuel wasn't as strong as it is now because I didn't feel like I was being a part of something that meant something, right? So
right.
going through that struggle of really trying to figure that out, figure out where my place and profession in the professional realm was, it was a struggle. So, my first job in San Diego, I worked there for over a year, ended up, like I said, it wasn't a match. So I ended up actually getting laid off there. And I was like, dang, okay, like, and when that happens, you really question like, who you are as a like
Yeah.
and where your future is gonna be, right? Like, dang, they don't think I'm worth this, right?
Mm.
You could have those thoughts, but the athlete mindset, Kobe is one of my
I'm
that's
a
my
mentality.
gut. Yeah, so it was like, okay, now I need to really prove it even more. So I got my license, you know, actually moved from San Diego from that first job and moved to another CPA firm here in LA. And my idea of coming here was to really work with athletes and in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
But the job that I found only had an opening in the real estate department.
Mm,
So that's where I really opened my eyes to real estate, is because I was doing real estate tax, and I
mm,
started seeing the numbers, and I was doing taxes for like trust of families that for their kids that weren't even born, they were making more money than me from the real estate. I'm like, oh, this is what I need to know. Like, this is the value I need to start sharing. So at that point, when I started saying that, I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to re-engineer how my life is. Now I'm open, like my knowledge is way more vast now. Now I'm saying like where opportunities really lie to really excel through life. So I'm like, okay, this is what I want to implement to my family, to my friends, show them what's actually happening. Because a lot of people don't even know that that's going on. So that really opened my eyes, right? So that was really a big part. And then at the pandemic, I was new there, so they had to lay me off because they didn't know what was going on. So
Wow.
then I'm like, again, like whoa,
Yeah.
like oh damn, like okay, I can't let this happen again. I can't let I can't let anybody really tell me what my value is in the
Woo.
marketplace, right?
Yeah.
And that at that moment, I was like, okay, I got to create my own value and influence and create my, my just be my own business and operating as an
Yeah.
entrepreneur. So during the pandemic, it gave me an opportunity to really buckle up and just sharpen all my tools and knowledge in
Mm.
real estate for real. And I was just really hungry to meet people doing real estate. And I met my mentor, Idan now, and he started showing me the real estate game. And
Mm.
once I got into that, it was like, okay, I'm not only versed in real estate, now I'm versed in business. How to
Yeah.
really go transact with people, how to really provide value. Because as an entrepreneur, your sole purpose is to be of value to people. Like
That's
that's
it.
it, your business is directly correlated to how much value you provide to whoever it is or whatever, So that's where I was like, okay, I could do this. Like
Yeah.
I'll work to be able to know that whoever I work with is gonna feel the value that I'm trying to bring. So
Mm.
that was really kind of the evolution of how I got to where I'm at now. Is those failures. You would call them failures, but I needed all those steps
You
or I
need.
wouldn't have been here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's so good. And I think so many people need to hear stories like yours to know like it's not always going to be this crystal ball or this rosary, like rose petal row where you're like everything's green and everything's perfect and everything's good. Like you need some of those doors to close on you to wake yourself up like, oh, snaps, like
Yep.
change this, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like the failures or the learning moments are the catalyst for the success,
Most definitely.
you know?
There would be no way I would be able to understand and redirect the power. That's a power to be able to redirect your life, just like and pivot, really pivot into where you really need to be and understand, okay, this might not be for me, or at least not at this moment. Because now, even within real estate and learning how to be an entrepreneur, now I'm able to leverage my accounting way more. Like I still get accounting client just from learning how to market myself, be an entrepreneur, and it's natural. And I'm like, I have these skills, so I'm not gonna put them to waste. So I still do like, consulting with tax consulting, small business consulting, whatever they need. Because at the end of the day, my what I want to do overall is provide value and be a resource for the people that don't even understand they might need this to go to the next level for real.
Mm. I love
Mm-hmm.
that, man. I love that. You said something that is so true. The amount of value that you provide is directly correlated, right, with your business operation. And that's key. That's so key. And I love how you were able to say, okay, I'm tired of other people determining my value. It's time for me to grab life by the horns and say, hey, I know I'm valuable. This is the value I want to provide as a business owner. What would you say to like maybe a new a new college athlete who just maybe got injured or just got done playing in their career, and they're trying to figure out like how to find their value in this next phase of life, like what advice or insight would you give to them as they're like trying to figure this whole thing out?
I would say really embrace not knowing a lot. Like really understand like that's how much you really have to progress and understand every day making that progress is going to make you so strong as long as you do it consistently. So
Mm,
I would really be like, don't be discouraged if you don't know anything. It's more like you got the opportunity to grow so much. Like take on the opportunity to grow more. Like be vulnerable. Be just be as dumb it down as much as you can and just go out and meet people too. Don't be scared to fail. Embrace the failure, embrace not knowing things, all the bad things. Because once you get past that 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 confidence comes that comes with it is just is nothing like it. Like that confidence that you get from understanding how far you came
mm.
is gonna be what fuels you. So like that amount you have to progress is really gonna be what continues to fuel you throughout the process. So really embracing the opportunity to grow for real is the biggest thing, and understanding that's needed for in every process.
Absolutely. Absolutely needed. And like you said something too about how you found that mentor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or who helped guide you. People sleep on relationships, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I graduated from college in my undergrad, I ended up working for my university in a graduate program, like
Mm-hmm.
mentoring students and stuff. And that job was directly correlated to the relationships I built. Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember thinking back, like, dang, like in the interview, like 4 out of 5 of the people I had to sit down for the interview with were people that I had networked with during my undergrad career. And so people really sleep on this value of relationships. And I know you're big on relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships are so, so key to being able to not only add value to yourself, but just thinking about, man, how can I add value to the relationships that I'm
Yeah.
as well, you know?
No, 100. Even how I really connected with my mentor, he was looking just for an assistant, right? Like a marketing assistant. And I was in the pandemic looking to gain more tools. So I was just looking at random marketing jobs, like whatever, like
Wow.
outdoor knock and sell your solar energy. I'll sell whatever. I was trying to be as uncomfortable as I can to add tools to be valuable in the workplace. Like, so during that time, I was just finding whatever I wasn't good at or didn't have any knowledge, and was like, I need to gain this knowledge and
Yes.
these tools. So I met him, and I seen even on our first, the interview process, I seen how much knowledge he knew, and that at that point we connected, and I was at the level where it was just like I don't recommend just working for free, but I showed him how devoted I was to learn. So I was like, honestly, like I'll do this for free if you just let me teach me everything you know.
Yeah.
Like, because I know how much the tools that you have can help me be a resource. So I always kept that in mind. Is like sometimes that's another thing I would tell people
Yeah.
is sacrifice early. You got to
Mm,
sacrifice early because it's not a sacrifice. Like especially in your early 20s, you're gonna waste time not sacrificing them up.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like,
Bar. That's a
yeah,
bar.
no, it is real, and I'm like, you really got to be at least willing to, because showing that willingness is gonna let the person know, like, okay, I could trust this person at least. Like, they're not doing it for a monetary reason. It's deeper than that, and that's what they're gonna really buy into when they see you. Is like it's deeper than just material things or whatever it might be, surface level thing.
Mm,
They really have a vision for themselves, and that's what somebody wants to do. In investing their time, their money, whatever it might be, they want to know it's in a place that they could trust for real.
Nah, that's facts, man. When you said sacrifice, like, oh my goodness, I can't tell you how many people have missed out on opportunities because they weren't willing to do something maybe for free or to be able to be in a space where they can at least get in the room. Like
Mm-hmm.
people always want to just get the handout, like, hey, what can you give me? But sometimes we do have to shift our mind to say, okay, look, what would it look like for me to serve and sacrifice, knowing that in this, I'm going to build a relationship that can yield me X amount. Like, I think about even some of the opportunities that I've been a part of where I said, hey, I'm willing to serve this person
Mm-hmm.
free.
Yeah.
As a result of me serving, we build a relationship. And then because this person is of a higher statue, he's able to then put me in position to connect or network with other people.
Yeah.
And it's like I would have never gotten that had I said, "Oh, well, I'm only gonna do this if you pay me this." You know,
Yeah. Yeah. No, it would. Yeah. You
it's
wouldn't
like,
have
wait,
a chance.
what?
You wouldn't have a chance. No, and that's what I found in real estate as a young professional in real estate, especially I'm situated in LA, and it's competitive here. So even when you walk in the door and you look young, it's like, okay, like what does he know? Can he
Right,
really know?
this
So
young bug.
yeah, exactly. So you got to already come in there with confidence, and like you say, I'm a lot of times I'm building these relationships. Oh, I'm working with investors. Hey, I'll do your rentals for free, just so when you're ready to sell or something, you gonna call me because we got this relationship, and you saw my standard of work ethic. So
Mm-hmm.
it also gives you a opportunity to really show yourself off and who you are and how you work and operate. So like I really recommend doing that for any relationship. And they're gonna appreciate it tenfold because it's like everybody making they want to find a way. People that make money or are successful always want to find a way to make their life easier. So
Exactly.
so if you could provide that value, like you said, into the relationship, it goes a long way. And it's like indebtedness that you create,
Yeah,
without it really being that, but it's a natural organic one that kind of comes about.
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm about to release this book next month, right?
Okay.
The name of the book is When the Lights Go Out. It's all about helping athletes find their purpose when they're done playing sports. And I have a chapter in there about connecting and networking.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got this from the boys at Earn Your Leisure. They said if you go to a networking event, they said number one, do your research on all the top performers or all the top industry experts that are going to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Said they said to set yourself apart when you meet them, have some sort of a proposal or a one sheeter to give them to say, hey, these are some of the things that I see could benefit your business. And I did the research and the homework to provide
Mm.
value to the business.
Mm.
But like if someone's fitness expert or whatever, but they have a lack of a certain demographic in their business,
Mm-hmm.
hey, this is three things I found that could potentially gain your market within this demographic. And I just wanted to give you this to just add value to you.
Yeah.
And like doing stuff like that sets you apart from everyone else because
Yeah.
you're looking to serve. You're not looking to
To
get
receive. Yeah. It
give. And I was like, that's good. Like,
That's crazy. That's fire too. And I think even beyond what's on the sheet is really the effort that you took to that's what is gonna stand out. And even to me, like that's what the effort, just showing the effort is a long, like a step, a big step is that people want to see. I would want to see that. I want to show too is like I'm willing to do whatever kind of, you
absolutely.
know that's strong. I like that. I'm gonna use that for real.
I got that from the boys at Earn Your Leisure. Market Mondays, the podcast.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
That was
Yep.
from Ian Dunlap.
Ian Dunlap. Yep.
He put me on that. So shout out them boys. Um,
Yeah.
but man, listen, I feel like we could talk all morning long I definitely think we probably need to do a part two of this for
Yeah, no, this
sure.
was
Just
fun.
dive in because there's literally so much game that you can extrapolate just within the real estate industry alone. We haven't even gotten into business mindset, all the different things that are connected to it. So I just wanted to kind of in closing ask you this, like, what for you would be like your parting message in terms of like overall just game that you would want to give to somebody maybe who wants to become a real estate investor and real estate business owner like yourself in your industry? Like what's something that you would want to give to them to say, hey, this is it?
I would say really like embracing every emotion within the journey, really embrace it all and soak it in, especially the hard parts, the failures. That'll make the successes really feel, memorable and fuel you and fulfill you. But use the failures have the most. I
Mm,
think those hold the most value within your life in terms of how it's going to propel you going forward, and just embrace them, like fully embrace them and understand it's temporary. The mindset makes it temporary though, so staying consistent on your day-to-day life, taking it one day, even if it's a bad day, the next one, understanding you got the choice to make it better. I think that's really the thing, taking it one day at a time and embracing everything that comes with it.
mm. That's good, man. I gotta ask a follow up on that. Give me some books. I know you're a reader. You put me on a couple books for sure that I have. What are some books that you just want to offer for people who are like, man, I want to like get something today that I can start reading to build my
Mm-hmm. Your
well,
mind. There's always a good one, 48 Laws of Power. That's Robert Greene. That one's good. Um, a business book that I really found it's not even just business, it's a communication book. It's Never Split the Difference. Uh,
mm,
I think that's something that everybody could use just to communicate, and especially in business, understand what negotiation really means. Is not really trying to get off on somebody, but understanding how both sides, how you could, um, you know, both sides could get what they want in a
right.
way, in a way that is kosher. I think that was a big book that helped me understand communicating and helped me propel in entrepreneurship for real.
That's dope. 48 Laws of Power, Never Split the Difference.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Well, Deion, how can people find you? How can they connect with you? What's the best way for them to communicate with you?
The best way is my Instagram. It's my name. I think you have a link that'll be connected on Instagram. Definitely, I definitely want to start having. I'm gonna have some events. Mastermind type events that I want to bring people together and just share everything they're doing, even if it's in different realms of life. Just bring it together and add value. Like we say, add value to everybody. If somebody is in an industry that we could connect and help each other out, that's what I'm trying to do. So I think that's like the next step of things that I want to do to create an influence. So yeah, just follow my Instagram. And I'm really open to giving out information if you're interested in something in real estate, accounting, whatever it might be. I'm always an open book in that and a resource for whoever needs it. So just feel free to reach out. Instagram is probably the best place though for that.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And we'll definitely have your Instagram information in the show notes here when the podcast goes out. So, Deion, man, appreciate you, man. Thank you for taking out the time and your busy schedule. I know Saturday is a big day in the real estate industry. So,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
I got some showings and different things, but
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it soon after this. So yeah, this is a good start to the day though.
awesome, man. Well, you definitely provided value. And man, we got to have you back on for sure. So let's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah, yeah. We
that in
got
a
to
little
do
further.
that. Maybe we can have like a collaborative thing with a few other people. We could just, collaborate in a conversation and just chop it up with a few other people. That'd be
Absolutely.
cool.
Absolutely. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Well, peace, King. Have a blessed one. And
Yes, sir.
keep going, man. Keep doing your thing, bro.
All right. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right.